On July 30th, 1975, one of the most powerful and controversial men in America vanished without a trace. His name was Jimmy Hoffa, union boss, political kingmaker, and an enemy of the mob. Nearly 50 years later, his disappearance remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in American history. What really happened to Jimmy Hoffa? James Riddle Hoffa was a force of nature. Rising from a humble dock worker to the president of the mighty Teamsters Union, he represented over 2 million workers. He was a champion of the working class, unafraid to take on big corporations and influence national elections. He built a financial empire using the union's massive pension funds, wielding incredible power. But that power came at a steep price. Hoffa's name became synonymous with corruption. Federal investigators relentlessly pursued him, building a case that linked him to bribery, fraud, and deep ties with organized crime. In 1967, the law finally caught up with him. Hoffa was convicted of jury tampering and fraud and sentenced to 13 years in prison. His reign seemed to be over. But then, in 1971, a surprising twist: President Richard Nixon commuted his sentence. There was a catch, however. Hoffa was strictly banned from all union activities until 1980. For a man like Hoffa, this was a challenge, not a command. He was determined to reclaim his throne, and he wasn't going to let anyone, not even the president, stand in his way. He began making calls, setting up meetings, and plotting his return. This brings us to that fateful afternoon. July 30th, 1975. Hoffa drove to the Machu's Red Fox restaurant in a Detroit suburb. He was there for a crucial meeting with two powerful mob figures, Anthony "Tony" Provenzano and Anthony Giacalone. But they never showed up. Witnesses saw an increasingly agitated Hoffa pacing in the parking lot, making angry phone calls. He complained to his wife that he'd been stood up. His last confirmed call was at 2:45 p.m. After that, Jimmy Hoffa was never seen or heard from again. The disappearance triggered one of the largest investigations in FBI history. Thousands of leads were pursued, hundreds of suspects were questioned, and the search spanned the entire country. Agents dug up fields, searched rivers, and inspected countless vehicles, but they found nothing. No body, no crime scene. Not a single piece of conclusive evidence to explain what happened. The theories are as wild as they are numerous. The most popular one is that the mafia had him killed to prevent him from regaining control of the Teamsters and their valuable pension fund. Whispers and deathbed confessions have pointed to countless burial sites. Some say his body was incinerated in a mob-owned facility, others that he was crushed in a car compactor, buried under Giant Stadium in New Jersey, or dissolved in industrial waste. Every so-called lead just created more questions, and every confession